Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That's right, boys and girls. You're listening to the ProBoh Show. How are you doing out there, folks? If you're listening live, it's 8:30 a.m. Central European Time. To our friend in Manila, Eric, it's 2:30 p.m. in the Philippines. How are you doing, friends? It's hot out there. It's hot out there. Stay hydrated. Okay, what's coming up in today's show? I asked 100 humans to name something you do, but you wouldn't want your children to do. Okay, so name something you do, but you wouldn't want your children to do. In Complete the News, we're going to find out about a cherry picking event and why a janitor turned off a freezer and what happened. And then today's unpopular opinion, probably the most popular unpopular opinion we've ever done. Best buy dates on food. Create waste. But all that's still to come, guys. Right now, I'm here, you're here. Let's see what's going on in the world. First, a big hello to everyone joining me in chat. We've got JC, the mighty Juan Connor. We've got Born to Iron Man, Eric, Pedro from Instagram, The Bridge. Did I say Born to Iron Man? I think I did. How are you doing, everyone? How's it going? Good morning. Hello, I see in the chat. Another good morning. Good afternoon to Eric, says Born to Iron Man. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Rob would answer smoke or drink alcohol. Oh, yeah, probably I might. But did the 100 humans say that? Let's see. That's coming for later. How are you doing, Natch? It's Wednesday.
Yes.
Halfway through the week, my dude. Halfway through the week. It is so hot. Do you, as a Spanish person, are you suffering at all?
So far, not too much.
Dude, it was 97 Fahrenheit for our American friends. It was 38 degrees yesterday. And you know, it's in August, it's going to get up to the 40s. British people aren't meant for that kind of weather, man. Like, my brain starts to shut down past 30 degrees. I'm eating French fries while watching this. Awesome. Eric, I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. All right, first things first, I want to catch you up on Fight Night. Dun, 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 the Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg fight. Hey, Natch, if you had to bet on Musk or Zuckerberg, who do you think would win?
Zuckerberg.
You think Zuckerberg because of the training, right? Musk is a big dude. He is a big guy. Well, here we go. We've got a little update with regards to that story. From The Independent, Elon Musk chooses a UFC legend to train him for the Mark Zuckerberg fight. Elon Musk has accepted an offer from retired UFC champion Georges St. Pierre to train him for his upcoming cage match against Mark Zuckerberg. Have you ever watched UFC, Natch?
No.
Nah, me neither. You know, as a kid, I used to really love boxing. As a kid, as a teenager, you know. But UFC, I don't know, it's just too real for me. You know what I loved the most about pressing catch, about wrestling, the American wrestling, is how unreal it was. Because it was like a soap opera for adults, basically. You know? Or a soap opera for men, let's put it that way. The UFC is too real, man. It's too real for me. And, you know, and I feel the pain of the people who are competing. But there you go. I mean, does this change your mind at all? Understanding that Musk is going to be trained by a UFC legend? Nah, right? Okay, fair play. Fair play. I mean, look, Zuckerberg is part Android. He's practically the Terminator, so maybe he will win. So that's an update on the Elon Musk fight. God knows when this is going to happen, guys. Are we going to be talking about this for another year? Oh, I can't believe it's going to actually happen. Yeah, that's from Nessa. Yeah, exactly. Weird, right? Elon Musk has not listened to his mummy. Do you know how susceptible do you think Elon Musk is? How big is his ego? How susceptible is he to suggestion? Did someone in his orbit say, "Hey, Elon, I bet you could beat Mark Zuckerberg in a fight"? and Elon says, "Yeah, I bet I could." Hey, Elon. You know, 90% of the world's oceans go unexplored. Why not build yourself a submarine? Hey, Elon, that last failed attempt, you know, I bet you could do better. I'm evil. Sorry. The bridge. No, I am the sporadic alcohol drinker, Rob. It's my Brit side. Yeah, I don't actually drink that much. Although I did have a Clara con Limon with Kyle Miller and Mr. Fitzgerald yesterday. You know, they would literally rip up my passport in Britain if they knew me as an adult male drank a shandy with two of my colleagues. That is, by the way, for our international listeners, the translation of a Clara con Limon. It's a shandy, basically. All right, let's look at some news. Lots of entertainment news today, Natch. Netflix has caused a backlash. Netflix is under fire. Oof, some great idioms there. Netflix is in trouble with its fans. Netflix causes a backlash by adding a movie to its back catalogue. What movie do you think that might be, Natch? Given the current affairs of the moment. What do you think?
No idea.
Titanic. It's true story. Netflix has come under fire for its decision to stream James Cameron's 1997 film Titanic in the US and Canada beginning July 1st. The announcement sparked backlash from some subscribers who deemed the timing insensitive and beyond distasteful due to recent headlines about the tragedy involving the Titan submarine. Not much Netflix could do to have me, tilt my hat in their direction, but that is a funny news story by anyone's standards. Do you get, if you were even a member of the family, would that offend you? How is it we've progressed to the point in society? Chat, the people who are joining me live, by the way, if you want to join us live, twitch.tv/professional bohemian or /professional bohemian. What point have we come to as a society where we are offended now for other people? You know, a bunch of strangers died. Oh, now we can never watch Titanic ever again. Dude, there's some intern in algún becario. There's some intern in Netflix just searching Google Trends. Oh, Titanic. We'll put that on in July. And, you know, for sure, Netflix is going to apologize for this. Jeez Louise. Oh, come on. That's just stupidity, says Nessa. Good morning to Min. Yeah, it is. It's weird. I don't know. What kind of backlash? Are people getting offended because other people are getting offended? The fact that you're offending other people offends me. Dude, sit down. Calm down. Let's put our big boy pants on. Or big girl pants on. All right, let's move on. Do you want some more entertainment news, Natch, or do you want to dip your toe into the world of artificial intelligence? He doesn't care.
How do I get it?
Okay, here's a good one from The Independent. Harvard's new computer science teacher. So the new computer science teacher in Harvard is, drumroll, a chatbot. It's a chatbot. Harvard University plans to use an AI chatbot similar to ChatGPT as an instructor for its flagship course, Computer Science 50 Introduction to Computer Science. Starting in September, the AI teacher, likely based on OpenAI's ChatGPT, will provide students with 24/7 learning support tailored to their individual needs and pace. Okay. They're coming for our teachers. Remember the news story about the AI DJ? Dude, now teachers too. I'm not sure I would want my money back if that were me, honestly. If I went to a university and they gave me an AI teacher, there's something about the act of passing on knowledge, I think, that is very, very important that another human does it. Maybe with the aid of artificial intelligence, offering some kind of 24/7 support, as if that's said there. But the actual teaching, don't we need a human for that? Or is that just archaic? Am I just thinking to 18th, 19th century I should be booking up my ideas? Am I just too old to appreciate how cool that could be? I don't know. How are you doing, Eugene? Welcome. Eric, I dreamt last night and it was beautiful because I'm driving an Aurelio, I have no idea, supercar. So he was dreaming that it was rich. That's ace. I'm happy for you, Eric. I often have dreams like that too. Pedro says, don't you think this fight is a marketing scam to improve the images of Elon and Mark as more human and approachable people? I think, yeah, as you say there later on, Pedro, if it is marketing, it's to make them both look more stupid. Somewhere like Elon and Mark Zuckerberg's PR agents are saying, you know what, guys, people think you're too intelligent. You need to jump into a cage and beat the crap out of each other. That's what you need. That's what the world needs to see. To love you again. That would probably work with Elon, eh? That would probably work. Oh, it's happening, says Nessa. Yeah. It's happening. ChatGPT or AI becoming a teacher at Harvard. Wow. Unbelievable. That makes sense, Rob. They will be having native teachers. Well, that's true, actually. If there is a course you could forgive a computer for teaching it, it's probably computer science. Right? It's a native teacher of the language. Eric, Aurelio cars exist in the Philippines. I wanted to have one in the future. Never say never, Eric. I drive. It's an electric scooter, but I drive it. That's a lie, actually. I haven't driven it in ages. And then finally, in some entertainment news, we have a new Superman. Natch, are you at all interested in seeing the Flash movie?
No, not really.
Is that because you have no interest in the characters, or?
Yes, I don't know Flash.
Okay.
Watch anything.
Yeah, I get it. I'm asking you as the everyman, right? Because I bury my head in all this comic book geek nonsense. I love it. And you know I love cinema, so I follow these stories closely. It's bombing in the cinema, and I'm going to be honest with you, it is way better than a lot of the recent Marvel movies, but it's bombing. It's doing really badly. Do you know James Gunn, right? The creator of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, you do. Well, and I'm not sure if you knew this, he now is in charge of DC Entertainment, or DC kind of cinema and TV. Would that convince you, Natch, to get on board with Superman and Batman and invest in this universe? Would that be something that would do that for you?
Not in the cinema. I watch them
Yeah.
At home.
Well, as a part of James Gunn's new redesign of DC, he's been looking for a new Superman and a new Lois Lane. He's also looking for a new Lex Luthor. Hey, I'm right here, and I'm bald, James, if you're listening. A new Lex Luthor and Jimmy Olsen. But he's just cast the new Superman. We have a new Superman by the name of David Corenswet. David Corenswet. Let's see what this guy has actually been in. I have no idea. And Rachel Brosnahan is going to be our new Lois Lane. Rachel Brosnahan, you may recognize from the marvelous Miss Maisel. Marvelous Miss Maisel, I think is the name of that show. I did see a few seasons. So David Corenswet, he was in Pearl, a movie called Hollywood, The Politician. Nothing major to his name here, or at least as far as I can see. If you know of a David Corenswet performance that we should be looking at, but he does look like the Alibaba version of the last Superman. You know, He's just, just a standard handsome dude. I want more ugly superheroes, guys. I want more ugly superheroes. I mean, it's good that he looks a little bit like Henry Cavill, I guess. Whatever. Let's see. That makes sense, Rob. Wait. Vero says, to me, DC Comics movies are much better than the Marvel ones. Yeah, I think so too. And The Flash is great. I had a great time watching that movie. Drive it straight into the ground, says Min. Nessa. Why not Henry Cavill? The one and only. Yeah, I guess James Gunn just wants to kind of start again from zero. The whole Zack Snyder universe kind of really has come to an end now. That's why I asked Natch before if you'd seen the Flash movie, because in part the Flash movie is responsible for rebooting this universe to zero another time. I think a lot of people have not gone to see Flash because they realize it doesn't matter. It's a movie that doesn't matter. For the up-and-coming DC movies, it doesn't matter if you've seen The Flash, because it's literally the end of this era. And I think because it doesn't matter, because we're so programmed to see cinematic universes, that we have to watch sequentially every movie, that it's not been of great interest. I find it odd. I think the movie deserves. If you got time this weekend, my friends, I do recommend the Flash movie. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
And Nessa, by the way, I loved Henry Cavill in that role. It's sad to me that they've, that he hasn't had a chance to play the kind of Superman that maybe people wanted. And the same with Ben Affleck's Batman. I think he was a great Batman, but maybe not in the best Batman movies. Let's see. All superhero movies are average to me. Even at the height of the MCU, the movies just weren't that special. I'll be honest, Min, The Last Guardians of the Galaxy, wow. It's a great film. It's a great film. Did you go see that at the cinema, Natch?
No, I didn't have time.
You didn't have time, but you're going to probably see it though, right?
Yes, at home.
Yeah. It is great. It's not for the baby Natches though. It's quite adult themes and things. Let's continue. I have to agree, says Eric, with Min, and he's seeing all comic book or superhero movies as average. Okay, so here we go. The question, today's unpopular opinion, today's brain fat is: best buy dates are create waste. That's the unpopular opinion. Best buy, not mejor compra, mejor hasta, right? Buy. How would you actually say that in Spanish, Natch?
I think it's consumir preferentemente antes de...
Holy crap, how do you fit that on a damn label? Gone Spaniards, man, jeez. Mejor consumir antes de esta fecha. It's just like in the metro. Mind the gap, all right, on public transport. Mind the gap in English. Tener cuidado, no introducir el pie entre el coche y el andén. God, like, write something that can fit on a sign, Spain. Jeez Louise. So, best buy dates create waste. Let's go to what the poor enslaved elves wrote about this. In the pro column, agreeing with this sentiment, many consumers mistakenly believe best buy dates are an indicator of food safety, when they actually indicate peak quality. As a result, a lot of edible food is thrown away after the best buy date. There is inconsistency in how best buy, sell by, and use by dates are used, which can confuse consumers and lead to unnecessary waste. Do you only have one kind of date on Spanish food, Natch? Consumir antes de?
No, we have consumir preferentemente antes de. It's like a recommendation.
Yeah.
And fecha de caducidad.
Okay. In England we only have two varieties as well. In the States, apparently there are a ton. Okay, and finally, some businesses throw away products that are past their best buy dates instead of selling them at a discount or donating them, leading to food waste. We'll get into food waste in a little while. Disagreeing with this point, saying that no, best buy dates do not create waste. Best buy dates help ensure that customers or consumers are experiencing the product at its highest quality. This can lead to a better overall experience and satisfaction with the product. Although best buy dates are not hard cutoffs for when food becomes unsafe, they do provide a guideline that can help prevent foodborne illnesses, especially with certain perishable goods. A perishable good is a food substance that will eventually rot. Yeah, perishable. And finally, instead of eliminating best buy dates, increasing consumer understanding of what these dates mean could help reduce waste. Maybe the problem isn't with the date. Maybe the problem is with our level of education in the subject. So if we were better educated on what the dates actually mean, perhaps that would cut down the waste. What do you guys think? What do you think about this, Natch? Do you have any thoughts about best buy dates? Do you think it does create waste?
Yes, I agree. They should give us more information about how different products are expired.
Exactly.
Like if it smells bad or if it turns its color.
Yeah, I think the problem here is that we think Best Buy is, after the Best Buy date, it's poison. And that's not the case, right? That's not the case. Here we go. Born to Iron Man. Maybe it shouldn't underestimate two people like those guys. Oh, yeah. I'm going to move on. BTI from some centuries ago. A man named Goethe, I have no idea how to pronounce that, wrote Ladran luego caba. Oof. Everybody's paying attention to what they are. Okay. I'm going to try and move on from Elon Musk and Zuck now. The thing is that... okay, I'm going to move on from that too. There's a lot of confusion in the market between Best Buy and expires by, says Pedro. There should be more information about this. So Pedro there identifying the problem not as Best Buy dates, but the problem is our understanding as to their meaning. Let's see. This depends on the restaurant's commissary. Filipinos are aware of learning food safety as a basic standard. So yeah, and Eric as well, saying it's more a question of education rather than the labels themselves. Maybe stating clearly that Best Buy does not mean that the product is not consumable, says Pedro. Min, the Netherlands has started pushing pretty hard that Best Buy date means it's probably still good to consume. Hopefully it'll help customers or consumers in reducing waste. Yeah, education is always an issue. I will agree with that. Maybe we should be eliminating Best Buy dates and just like telling people what they think they already mean. Just telling people when it's not right to consume. Right? Look, I found this interesting article in The Guardian entitled "The Truth About Expired Food: How Best Before Dates Create a Waste Mountain." And there's some interesting facts and figures in this. Many people do not understand the difference between use by, sell by, best before, or other similar labels. This confusion can lead to consumers unnecessarily discarding food that is safe to eat. For instance, here we go. A survey found that 45%, it's almost half, 45% of respondents knew that best before wasn't related to safety, leading to as much as 30% of food being discarded for being past the date when it had a best before date, meaning it probably didn't need to be disposed of. That's crazy. Half of people are just throwing away food that is good. That's crazy to me. Especially in a world like we're into now, where we're approaching kind of the border of food scarcity, water scarcity. We should be treating this with a lot more seriously. Companies often choose very conservative use-by dates to limit their liability. So there you go. There's another thing. These are why these best by dates come so early. It's to protect companies from predatory lawsuits. I ate this and I was poisoned because it was out of date. Yeah, we'll talk about this some more after the break, guys. I will post a poll in the chat and you guys can tell me, are best by dates creating waste? Probably one of the most unpopular opinions, but still, we're going to do the exercise anyway and get your opinion. Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me, and I'll see you soon. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show on this Wednesday. How are you doing out there? What have you missed if you've just tuned in? We did a little catch-up about the fight between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. Musk is going to be trained by a UFC legend, Georges St-Pierre. Then we looked at Netflix's most recent, controversy by adding Titanic to their catalogue of movies in the US just after the Titan submarine disaster. Oh, God. And then we looked at Harvard recruiting an AI to teach us computer science class. Unbelievable news there. My God, what is happening? We're all being replaced. Eventually, it'll just be AI teaching AI students how to do AI things. And then we looked at the new Superman, David Corenswet, and the new Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnahan, from the marvelous Miss Maisel. And then we moved on to our unpopular opinion for today, which is best by dates. Consumir antes, or something like that, Natch said. Best by dates on food creating waste. And we looked at a few things. I did read another statistic here that 40%, let this sink in, 40% of American food goes uneaten every year. 40%. That's a crazy amount of food when you consider the amount of people in the world that go without meals, or the amount we pay for food. Could we not reduce production? Maybe find out that deliver a better system for discovering when a food is safe to consume or not. Produce less food. In the West, we have this abundance, and I think a lot of us kind of underestimate how much abundance there is when we create so much waste, particularly with something that's so important as food is. Sell-by dates are a help when organizing the cupboard, says The Bridge. True story. Best by dates don't mean it's expired. That's from Eric, our friend from the Philippines. And he goes on to say several different things. We all understand what best by means, or most of us do, I think. But I think the confusion, Eric, is that people think that once the best by date passes, that it's not safe to consume, or the risk increases, I think, is the interpretation by many people, because supermarkets simply don't sell it. Now, I remember ages ago, in England at least, supermarkets had a special shelf for products that had passed their best by date. I don't know if that happens here in Spain. I don't know. But they'd sell those products at a discount. And that, in some way, goes to psychologically, sends a message to consumers, that this food is safe to eat. It's just not its premium quality. A way we could help fight against the rising cost of living and the amount of food waste that there is in the world. would be to do that, or even donate it. Just donate it to a charity, to our homeless charities, anything, rather than let it expire. Let's continue. Nessa, we need to go back to our instincts a little. Use your senses like we used to, and learn to distinguish when something has gone bad. Yeah, my grandmother used to just pick stuff up and smell it. That's okay. That's fine. In the pot. It's true. But to do that, you actually need the product in your hands outside of its wrapping, right? I think the problem here probably starts at the supermarket. I don't know. Maybe the food producers, as we said, there are liability concerns for companies that produce the food. If someone gets sick while eating the food, we can't risk a lawsuit. So let's be very conservative when it comes to the best before or best buy or sell by date. But then you hear that over 7 million tons of food are discarded each year, and it just drives me crazy. 7 million tons. Again, that's from that Guardian article. Craziness. Let's see what people are saying. No, Rob, the end of the transition will be when students themselves are AI. Yeah, true story. That's true. I have to agree with you, says Eric. Yeah, I mean, look, there are things to do with those food. I mean, when you look at the hunger that goes on in developing countries, it makes me sad to think 7 million tons of food are wasted. That we, in our abundance in the West, we see a chicken fillet, and we think, and it's just at the verge of its best before date, and we say, no, I won't buy that. I'll buy a fresher one. When really the difference is going to be negligible to you. Yeah, weird. It's an interesting topic. On Instagram, 94% of people, 94% said that it was true, that it does create waste. Right here, let's get a little drum roll, Natch. Right here, 100% of you. 100% of you. Yeah, you guys said it was true that it does create waste. And I think this has been something on the tip of everyone's tongues for years and years, right? The food waste, the amount of waste we produce of things that are still consumable is my point. So why is nothing happening about this? Why collectively has something not been done? It's bizarre to me. By the way, there was only one person on Instagram that voted false, and that was a member of my family. So thank you, Louisa. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, my final thoughts. How am I going to wrap this up? I think maybe I'm being too black and white with this issue. Maybe it's not just the food producers. Maybe it's not just the supermarkets or stores that sell these consumable goods. Maybe it's not just the consumers themselves undereducated as to what Best Buy might actually mean. Maybe it's a mixture of everything. Maybe the world's governments need to step in. I know if I was producing, or if I was in charge of a country and they were producing 40% more food than was being consumed, I would identify that as a real problem. Wouldn't you? Interesting thoughts there, guys. Okay, so let's go to today's 100 Humans. Okay, friends, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all to name something you wouldn't want your children to do as you do. Nombre algo que no le gustaría que sus hijos hicieran como usted. So name something you wouldn't want your children to do as you do. So something that you do, but you wouldn't want your children to do it. That's what I asked the 100 humans. They gave me their answers. I am in possession of the top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify the top 7 answers. Things that you do regularly, but you wouldn't want your children to do. There you go. All right, let's see what people are saying. My family must be weird. We consume everything we buy. We don't throw anything in the bin, says Vero. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same, but I'm the rare case that I will buy something to eat like once a week. And I won't go shopping again until I've emptied my cupboards. And it always makes people laugh when they come to my house and they see the fridge empty. It's just the way I am, man. It depends on the age of my children, says Pedro. Yeah, I would say... Imagine the children we're talking about are like 11 and below. If that helps. If that helps. Okay, Eugene says to drink alcohol. Is drinking alcohol there? Yes, it is. Well done. Well done, Eugene. Drinking alcohol is there. It is the second most popular answer with 26 of 100 humans there. Well done, well done. All right. Let's consider them below 12. Okay, perfect, Pedro. For the purposes of this exercise. Wonderful. My dad should never do this kind of vice. He says smoking. Eric says smoking. Smoking cigarettes. Well, smoking anything, really. It's not like your father's saying, don't smoke cigarettes, but crack is fine. All right, smoking. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done, Eugene. Eric. Well done, Eric. It is there. And Eric, it's the number 1 answer. Eric, is this not 2 days in a row you've got the number 1 answer? Jeez Louise, well done. He quit smoking at the age of 58. Good for him. Wow. Pedro, so drink alcohol. Okay, we've had alcohol. Pedro says to have sex. Yeah. Someone had to say it. But did the 100 humans say it? That's the question. To have sex. It's not there. To watch too much TV, says Pedro. To watch too much TV. He's watching too much TV there. No, it's not. Woo. It's not, but it's a good answer. I'm not going to say that, Min. I'm not going to say that on air. Okay, taking drugs, says Vero. Taking drugs. We don't want them to be taking drugs, these people. These children. Is taking drugs there? Yes, it is. Well done. It is the 5th most popular answer with 5 of the 100 humans saying they wouldn't want their kids to take drugs. But Vero, you're telling us too much about yourself. The question is, name something that you do that you wouldn't want your children to do. Vero's there, smoking a joint, saying, I don't want my kid to do this. By the way, I love you guys. All right, let's continue. Play too many video games. Too many video games. That would be true in my case. Although I haven't played a video game since my last weekend, complete weekend off. Are video games there? No, they're not. It is a good answer, Min, even though I can't read it. To work in an office, says Eric. To work in an office. Yeah, it's there, to work. Why not? 4 of 100 humans said to work. It's the 6th most popular answer. Well done. First is... I know we've read that one. Watching a certain kind of movie, says Nessa. A certain kind of movie. Could be any kind of movie. Right? It's comedies. I think Nessa's talking about comedies. She doesn't want children to watch comedies. Or are you talking about a more shorter form video that's freely accessible on the internet? I don't know. Is watching a certain type of movie there? No, it's not. Wow, wow, wow. Spend too much time on social media. Social media. Is social media there? Yes, it is. Well done. I'm surprised this is so low. It's actually the 7th most popular answer, with 3 of the 100 humans saying social media, using social media. Let's see. Okay. You've got 2 more to get. You got 2 more to get. All right, here we go. To swear, to use bad language. Is using bad language to swear there? This is from Eugene. Yes, it is. Well done. Woo. Well done. Oh my God. Drugs. Oh no, yeah. We said drugs, right? Yeah, you guys got that one. Oh my God. Nessa says eating junk food and it's there. Oh my God. The first time in ages you guys got all the answers. With how many clues? Nil point. Without a single clue, you guys got it. So, well done to you guys. Give them a round of applause, Natch. You guys are killing it. Killing it. Well done. Well done. The last is... I didn't... Okay, Eric says, driving vehicles in real life. Okay, here we go. So, I asked 100 humans to name something you wouldn't want your children to do as you do. So, something you do regularly, you wouldn't want your children to do. Vero said drugs. I'm just going to throw it out there. Okay, here we go. In position number 7, we had use social media. Use social media. She says, we are the best. I love Vero's positivity, but now we know where it comes from. Okay, using social media. In position number 6, with 4 of the 100 humans saying work, going to work. I wouldn't want my children to work. An altruistic one. In position number 5, to take drugs. 5 of 100 humans said that. In position number 4, we had to eat junk food. Eating junk food. 8 of 100 humans said that one. In position number 3, to swear. To use bad language. In position number 2, we had to drink alcohol. 26 of the 100 humans said to drink alcohol. Something I do, but I don't want my kids to do. And finally, in position number 1 was smoking. Well done to Eric. Oh, poor Vero. Vero, if I could give you a hug right now, I would. She says, I don't use drugs. It was an example. I know, Vero. I know. I was being a bad man. Ignore me. Let's go to today's Complete the News.
Complete the news!
All right, my friends, complete the news time. I'm going to give you a news headline, and I would like you guys to complete the news headline using the 3 options I provide. If you're one of the people watching the show right now, but you're not participating, this is your moment. All you have to do is write A, B, or C. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the one from yesterday we didn't have time for. Okay, here we go. A janitor turns off a cold freezer blank. So why did this janitor turn off the cold freezer? A janitor. Where's people? Janitor is conserje. Yeah, conserje is the kind of guy. He's the guy that he cleans up around the place, you know. So a janitor turns off. Oh my God! Sorry, I've just closed my notes, guys. Give me 1 second. So a janitor turns off a cold freezer blank. All right, for a reason. But what is the upshot of that? He destroys $1 million worth of research. So a janitor turns off a cold freezer blank and destroys research worth $1 million. So why did he turn it off? Was it A, to stop a beeping noise? Beep, 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 beep. B, to put his lunch inside? Or C, to rescue the embryos? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Yeah, here we go. I'm getting some answers. Here in the chat. Lurkers, show yourselves, says Vero. Can we get Vero ProBoh approved, please? She's killing it.
ProBoh approved.
Everyone's saying A, to stop a beeping noise. Except for the Bridge. I will salute you, Bridge, for saying to put his lunch inside. May not be the most plausible, but it is certainly the funniest of the three. So literally everyone except the Bridge said A. Let's get a little drum roll, Natch. A janitor turns off a cold freezer. A, to stop the bleeping noise. Well done. Well done. I couldn't fool you. But this is a completely true story. This janitor turned off a cold freezer to stop a noise and destroyed $1 million worth of research. This coming from MSN.com. A janitor cleaning in a laboratory at a New York laboratory unintentionally caused the loss of at least $1 million in scientific research. The janitor shut off a circuit breaker to stop the constant beeping from a freezer. I love it. Poor guy, yeah. You can imagine he lost his job, right? Don't worry, it's only $1 million. We've got another $1 million here. Oof. Yeah, that's a mistake. That's going on your CV. That's going on your permanent record. All right, next one. We've got another one. Pick your own cherry event. So this is an event where you go. Cherries are cerezas, I think you say. Right, Natch? All right. Cerezas. Pick your own cherry event is cancelled after blank. So this event, you have to imagine that you can go, a bunch of you, and you go and you collect cherries as a nice activity, and you pay for them after and go and enjoy, consume your cherries. So a pick your own cherries event is cancelled after blank. This piece of news from the BBC from a couple of days ago. Why did they cancel the pick your own cherry event? Was it A, because the farm finally finds migrant workers? Did people have to pick their own cherries because there weren't enough workers? Is it A, because the farm finally found enough migrant workers? Is it B, because birds, pájaros, ate all the fruit? Or is it C, because activists complained the event wasn't inclusive enough? Woo! Oh, this thing in the science lab is beeping. Better just shut it off completely with no knowledge of what it does. Yeah, doesn't that remind you of the scene in the Ghostbusters where the character just turns off the thing? Yeah, so a pick your own cherry event is cancelled after blank. Is it A, because the farm finally found migrant workers? Is it B, because birds ate all the fruit? Or is it C, because activists complained the event was not inclusive enough? A, B, or C? Woo! Okay, I'm seeing B. Ooh, C is taking the lead. Activists complained that the event wasn't inclusive enough. I'll salute Min for being the only person to say A. The farm finally found enough migrant workers. Okay. Pick your own cherry event cancelled after. Let's get a drum roll, Natch. B. Birds ate all the fruit. ¿Qué mal pensados sois? ¿Qué mal... You know? Look how cynical you all are. It's because of the activists complaining. No. Birds ate all the fruit. I threw you a curveball there. A planned pick-your-own-cherry event at the National Trust's property in Cornwall was cancelled after blackbirds consumed all the fruit from approximately 80 trees. The event was due to take place on the 28th of June, and the preparation was in progress when the gardeners discovered all the cherries were gone. Okay, that was supposed to happen today. Uh-oh. Well, at least you got some happy blackbirds out there, right? I heard this news at Cornwall via the BBC, said Eric. Okay, there we go, guys. Look, all the links from the show, including the article that I found about expired food waste from the Best Buy labels, including that article, all the news from the top of the show, all the news from the Complete the News section, all that will be magically transported to my Patreon, patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you can find the video, all the VODs from this show, and enjoy them if you want to support me as a creator. What have we looked at today? Well, we did a little catch-up of the Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg fight. Am I the only person who's fascinated by this? We looked at the new Superman, David Corenswet, and the new Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnahan. We discussed briefly a little bit of comic book movie fatigue, whether that's setting in the world. I believe it is. And we looked at Netflix's controversy by adding Titanic to their catalogue. Friends, so many things you could have been doing today. So many, an infinite number. But instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. I will see you tomorrow.